We are back. Apologise for that, guys. Obviously, leaving the lobby and then trying to rejoin one just breaks it. There we go. We are back. Cool beans. Looks like we are slowly getting back underway, guys. So we're just doing a formulated grid because obviously everything that went down screwed everything up, to be honest. So yeah, just set the grid up and then we'll be back underway. Oh, I apologise, guys. Oh my god. Oh. So, obviously, the grid's a little bit different if you watch the stream beforehand, because two people, Ish and Trucker, they have photographic evidence of them finishing higher than the last two. I think Ish was like 7th and Trucker was like 11th, 10th, 11th, going by their times. So There we go. So, trust EA and Cody's to bugger up the start of last season 8. And we've also found a game-breaking, well, it's not a game-breaking bug, there's a bug nonetheless, which hopefully is sorted soon. Basically, you can't join an online lobby during qualifying. So it bugs it up, apparently. And we've just witnessed it. So, yeah. Thanks, Cody's. Thanks, EA. Just give us back FIFA 20, Formula 1 20. Once I had issues, it wasn't quite as bad as this. Looks like we're underway again. Got onto the race, which is nice. So welcome to the delayed start of Tier 1. We are about to be underway. Anyone watching got any predictions on what they think is going to happen? How people are going to finish? Where they're going to finish? Oh man, I'm stuffed. Oh, look at the cars jumping on the grid. Just off to the right in your screen. They've all got active suspension of some sort on the rear. And then the front wheels are just, jumping up and down. Cool. On for the formation lap. Champ did not set a time on mediums. Let me double check this. trust this game to bugger everything up. Who are we waiting for? One second, guys. Sort something out. Be right with you guys. Give me a second. Oh, we are away, because, you know, the game fixed itself while I was trying to sort something out. So, Harm has got away in first, Joe in second, Chiquito in third, Jonas in fourth, Polhouse in fifth, he's got up a position. Trucker is up to 8th. Champ has dropped all the way down, he's currently in 16th. He's absolutely screwed, because the game decided to bugger him over. But, so, Trucker has managed to get up into 6th. Ish is down in last, so having a little bit of an issue on the start, I think. There goes the strategies, if people actually abide by them. Depends on what speed you've got. So, Harm ahead of Joe, ahead of Chiquito, Jonas, Polhouse, Trucker, Kazua, Heisenberg up into 8th, King David 9th, Wilt 10th, Alupalu, Stel, BR, Babino, Ishtar has got a few positions back on Champ and Danger. Trucker's got a run on Polhouse here. Not going to get it done into the first corner, however that's a bit of a dangerous one. If you're going to launch it, you've got to be right beside them and know that the person beside you isn't going to turn into you. And that was Polhouse has spun. I think he hit the curb there. That is absolutely lethal around here. Denji's in the pits. So many people in the pits. Ish is in. Danger is in as well, having a nose change. Champ is in, also having a nose change, and it looks like Bambino had one as well. So, lots and lots of stuff going on. Jonas is being hunted by Trucker here. What happened, Bambino? Well, not that you can tell me, obviously. Guys, I'll keep muting myself when I cough. So Harm set the fastest lap on a 1:32.1. DRS is now enabled. Obviously that won't be effective until the next rounds. Jonas having to defend into the first corner there. Knowing that you're being chased down by a Ferrari is probably not what you'd expect normally. Both Haas's are up into 6th and 7th, so the Haas's are doing quite well. Danger down in 18th. He's not having a good few seasons as well. Didn't start off great from last season. Mid-season wasn't too bad, and then towards the end. And Trucker making that move up the inside into the hairpin. Does he manage to keep it? No. Good exit there from Jonas, but that was a really good effort there from Trucker. A little bit of late braking there. Welcome to Trucker's braking, people. I'm a race with an F2 and a few others. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of it. So Danger has caught an overtaken champ. I'm guessing that's right there. So yeah, it was into the first couple of corners. Oh, Trucker decided on the outside of the first part. Ballsy move. Very ballsy move. Would have been good if it actually paid off. That's one of those things. And Jones getting by Joe Royal there. Ooh, Trucker nearly getting the move there on the inside of Joe as well. Boa setting the fastest lap, and then Wilt getting a 3-second penalty. Who is that there? I'm going to guess that is KP. He comes through the hairpin. So Harm has pulled away. He's got like a 4-second gap between him and the guy in second, which is Jonas. And then you've got Joe Royal, Trucker, Kazua, and then David's a little further behind. So stay on board with, let's jump on board with Joe, because obviously he's the lead of this train, with Jonas a little further up the road. Soleri and Chiquito exchanging positions there. You got BR following Wilt rather closely as well, but BR going to have the upper hand on the tyres. So got a little DRS train going here. Trucker actually getting the move done on Joe, which I missed because I was reading the text from my hat. Polhouse getting the fastest lap on a 131.5. Joe around, protecting himself from Kazura there. And Trucker is literally hunting down Jonas right now. So Trucker's got into the groove here. Ooh, little bit of a twitch there. Obviously hitting the curb on the outside. We've got these. Ooh, was that Kazuri getting a little bit wide through that first part of the corner? Still on the back of Joe though. He is not letting Joe go. So it's a nice little battle here. In fact, basically, third through to 10th. There's not that much between all of them, really. I predicted a good fight this season for Tier 1. It looks like I'm not being proven wrong either, which is nice. A few people doubted us. So Danger catching and taking Bambino. Obviously got a tyre advantage there. Alupalu overtaking Mitch coming through the final part of the course, but obviously Polhouse is going to get DRS. And Trucker really on the back of Jonas here. Let's just stay here for a second. The S's Jonas seems to get a little bit of a gap on him, but they're pulling away from Joe, who's in fourth, but they're also closing in on Harm at the same time. So, could we end up seeing a battle for first? Polehouse getting a 3-second penalty for track limits. He is the second person so far this race. Japan is such a terrible place for this. Honestly, wasn't the reason why we picked it. We just thought it'd be good racing because obviously it's one of those that really tests people and tests you as a driver. So Bambino back into the pits. I'm going to guess 5-second penalty for speeding as well. Closing. Is he going to take a dive into the corner? No, he decides against it. And I'm allowing him to keep the DRS. That's probably the better move. I love this camera view. Oh, and Jonas just losing it coming out of the final corner. That was absolutely unlucky. So he is now slipping down the order. Trucker is now up in second. So let's jump back with these guys. He's managing to keep King David behind him. King David actually going a little bit early into the corner there. You don't want to be cutting the grass, mate. It doesn't do your wing any good, trust me. So, Bambino has left. He has DNF'd. It's unfortunate, man. Sorry to see that happen. Jonas is down in 14th. He is actually pitted now. So, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. We're all split by like 2 seconds between top to bottom. If that. So it's a nice little battle going on here between these guys. So we'll stick on board with these. You can see the train of cars there. This is what we like to see. So, Skell going to get DRS, King's going to get DRS, Polehouse is going to get DRS. All on the run out. This is just going to be one great big DRS train now. It looks like Joe just managing to keep everyone behind him. But that's just closed everyone up ever so slightly as well. So, you know, it's going to bring it down to... Oh no, what's happened to Alu? We have a safety car, which is just going to ruin Trucker and Harm, because obviously they pulled those gaps out. So, but yeah, Alu Palu is out, unfortunately. This is probably going to change things. Greatly. In fact, everyone could probably come in for softs roundabout now. No, not softs, hards even. I know what I mean. What's this doing all the way down there? So let's see what everyone does. And if I'm going to get this right. Yeah, they're going to come in for hards. Yeah, literally everyone's coming in now. He's going on to mediums. Okay. So, Harm and Truck are going for the same idea. So is Joe. They're all going to go medium softs. Unless you're going to make the tyres last 18 laps. Which Tier 1 guys should be able to do, actually. knowing what some of them are like on tyre conservation, they're pretty good. So it should be doable for the majority of them. There's one or two that may struggle. So it's interesting, and it's going to see. I mean, Stell's in 4th, he's on the hards. Polhouse in 6th on the hards. King in 8th on the hards. But everyone else, I mean, Wilt's gone for softs. So's Soleri, and so's, Danger. Why are you in the pits again, my friend? I'd expect no wing at all. That is not good, buddy. That's very bad. So, looks like the safety car is staying out for another lap. There's Champ and Danger have yet to catch up. In fact, there's a few of them as well. So Wilt is in the pits. What has happened to him? Is Ish going to get the place on him? He is. Ish is going to get the place. So yeah, that was unfortunate for Wilt, losing a bit of time changing his tyres there. So, looks like another couple of laps, because it's waiting for the others to catch up. Again, the game might decide that he doesn't want that. So yeah, safety car still out for another lap. So Soleri, however I can't pronounce that name, is the only one out on the softs. Obviously he's going to have to come in probably about 10 laps. So Danger's almost caught the back end of the grid now. Obviously, the fuel saving they do during this is quite cool as well. So those that went a few laps shorter is always guaranteed to get some fuel saving. So, the grid is all caught up now. So, it should be the fact the safety car should come in this lap. Oh. The safety car is indeed in this lap. So everyone weaving back and forth, warming up the tyres. Obviously, as a number of you were probably with us last season watching, notice his name missing, Baraka. He is now a Tier 1 reserve after winning the Tier 1 championship last season. He's decided to step back a bit. Oh, truck again a bit out of hand there. Just allowed Harm to get a bit of a gap. However, and Jonas has lost it. He's gone into the pits. Polhouse is also in the pits. Ish is down there, catching. Chiquito has got into 9th. Nice one. Stell getting it up into 3rd there and keeping it. And it looks like Joe Royal also tried. BI is up there hassling Joe as well. Nice little. So basically, the top 8 have managed to pull away. Still dropping behind the top 2 ever so slightly. Well, I say slightly, quite rapidly actually, but obviously they're on mediums. He is on hards. But he's not doing bad on the hards. He's doing quite well actually. I mean, getting into 3rd in the first place is an effort. I mean, that's rapidly dropping that gap. Trucker setting the fastest lap with a 131.1 and catching Harm. Stell getting a bit of a train behind him now. Obviously these guys being on the softer tyres going to challenge him. But he manages to keep them at bay just a little bit longer. Kazua, Joe, BR, King, Boba, Chiquito's closing in, Sal, Ish, they're all closing in. They're all within a second of one another, so burning their tyres out to... Oh, Ish getting a 3-second penalty as well. That's four drivers and now got one. Obviously, the benefit that Stell has got by keeping these guys behind him, is these guys got to pit again. Or have they? I don't know. Probably not actually, thinking about it, because when the safety car went in, they might be able to go to the end of the race now, some of them. Stell definitely doesn't need to pit again. But the others might want to. But yeah, I mean, Trucker and Harm have they've got like a 3-second gap. Wilt and Champ have exchanged positions. Could that be a team thing? So, because they're a little further behind than last time. So it's given still a bit of breathing space going through the first couple of corners and up into the S's. Will still following closely behind. He's got Danger ever so closely behind as well. So let's jump on board of this a minute. Keep an eye on the other times as well. Jonas setting the fastest lap there in 15th. Danger deciding the grass needs a bit of a trim there. Hopefully you left it nice and tidy, Danger. So let's jump on board with Ish. So Chiquito getting really, really close to Heisenberg here. Or Bubba. Who is also really close to King David. So for a few of these guys, obviously the likes of Boba and King David, in their respective tiers last season, they pretty much ran away with them with certain races. So it must be nice for them to be involved in this type of thing. It's like the battles and everything else. There's nothing worse than running away with something in there. Harm has lost out to Trucker. Trucker has managed to get first position. Kazua has got past Stell as well. I think Harm has just been introduced to the Trucker late braking. Welcome to Tier 1, Trucker. And now Kazua is going to be wanting to hunt down Harm. And Trucker. Stell losing out a little bit. He's back into 4th. But obviously he's still in amongst everything. Polehouse getting a further 3-second penalty. So if we... No, it's not what we wanted. That one. So Polehouse is the only one with double penalty who's now DNF'd. He's DNF'd in the pits, so he's off the track. It's just gonna yellow flag it, nothing too serious, and still getting past Kazura again. Kazura losing it a bit in that corner, and is also allowing Joe to attack him as well. Heading down to 130R, they are literally side by side, and Joe coming out on top there. VR is now going to be crawling all over the back of Kazura, with King David right behind him. See, this is what I like about this tier. Watching this is just amazing. It's the racing and the driving and the battles with these guys are just so epic to watch. I mean, from Stell all the way down to Ishtar in 11th, there's less than a second between each of those drivers. And you don't get that many tiers throughout ALR, maybe tier 1 and 2. 2 last season, don't know what it's going to be like this season because there's a lot of new faces in there. But yeah, it's epic racing, and let's jump aboard with Kazoo here. Hey Alu, how is it going, my friend? What happened? Right, okay, yeah, the S's, the killers. Joe has managed to get back past Stell here. Rare of me to make such a big mistake. Yeah, you still got another 11 tracks, and the next one is Singapore, I believe, and then Abu Dhabi. But yeah, you're right. We don't see you make too many mistakes, so it was a bit of a shame to see it happen. So we are into lap 17, 10 laps to go. Harm is running second behind Trucker, who is the Tier 2 champion from last season. Jonas getting a 3-second penalty there. Joe is starting third. He is also from Tier 2 from last season. Stel in fourth. Regular in our Tier 1 drivers. Kazua, BR in 6th, King David in 7th, Bobba in 8th, Slayer in 9th, and Champ in 10th, who had a bit of a mishap. That was not his fault. Anyway, have fun, enjoy the racing. Yes, buddy, see you next week. Take care of yourself. Hope all goes well with the music and whatnot. And I look forward to seeing you next week, dude, where it all goes better for you. So, Harm is not letting Trucker get away here. He is making sure Trucker stays honest, and you know, if Trucker makes a mistake, then obviously he's going to be there to pounce all over it. But they are moving well ahead of these two. They are nearly 5 seconds ahead of them now. Obviously there's a few gaps that are being created now, as you know, tyres wear in and stuff like that. Stel is the only one he's going to stay in a more optimal range for a little bit longer once the tyres on these guys start wearing off, because you know they pitted around about lap 10, but obviously that was under a safety car, so the tyres are going to survive a little bit longer than normal. But still not letting Joe get away here. He's going to keep him in check. At least that way. I mean, if the others around him do have to pit, he's going to be a happy chappy, because otherwise, I haven't looked down the inside of turn 1. Oh, Joe get a little bit sideways there. Testing his drifting skills. Oh, Sector 1, what have we had? It is the Cell having a bit of an issue getting through the first part of the course. It's not the nicest part. So, 8 laps to go. We're on lap 19. Harm are literally closing that gap in on Trucker there. They are literally pulling away. They're in a race of their own up front. And Harm is closing. I want to have a look at something. So Harm has still got 51%, and Trucker's still got 70 odd. So, and if Trucker just wants to, he can enable it now. I was just going to keep him at bay on the run down to turn 1. I don't want to see that. No, Harm did have a look, but thought better of it. However, Harm ever so close. He is not letting Trucker out of his sight. Danger and Slurry having a bit of a scrap here. Danger getting the better of it. Into the start of the S's, so he's up into... Oh! We have Ishtar, who's decided to go for a little bit of a spin through the double left-handers. Obviously his tyres are a bit warm now. There we go. He's back underway. I apologise, guys. So, let's stay on board of this battle between this lot. We'll keep an eye on the time at the top as well. In fact, it is closing quite rapidly now. Where are they heading to? 130R. So Truck is still having more ERS than his driver behind him. Ishtar has DNF'd, which is unfortunate. His first race in Tier 1. And Harm staying behind Trucker a little bit longer. Oh, Kazura has lost out. He's gone wide through turns 1 and 2. Such a bugger of a place. If you hit that inside curve, your car is sliding. I don't care who you are. Sector 1. Who's out in Sector 1? Jonas. Possibly? So, Jason second, still in third, Stell in fourth, BR in fourth here. But Champ doing really, really well. I felt sorry for him early on because the game decided to bugger him up. Put him on the wrong tyres. So he had to pit within the first lap. However, he's not doing too bad. He's up into ninth, so he's back into the points, which is nice to see. Obviously, we don't like to see people losing out because of a game error. I'm losing out a bit more to Stell here, but he is throwing the ERS on to keep up going through the corner. Is he going to be close enough to get the look down? No, he thinks about it, but decides against it. Obviously, it is not worth that dive. Stell doing exactly the same thing, showing the driver he's there, ready to pounce on any mistake that... Bubba getting a 3-second penalty. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Sorry, guys. Joe making a small bit of an error there, allowing Stell to get that place back on him, but it's also got BR breathing down his neck now. That's someone you don't want chasing you down. In fact, any of these guys you don't want chasing you. So Harm getting a really good exit out of that hairpin, and then on the run up through that, but he's using more of his ERS, and there we go. Trucker's using a bit to try and get that gap back up. Ooh, how is this going to go on the run down to turn 1? We got 5 laps left, guys, and these two are literally battling it out. Harm's so much closer now than he ever has been. He's having a look. Trucker is defending and defended. He is keeping that place a little while longer. Joe closing still down, but not getting that look down the inside that he needs. He's not quite far enough alongside to get the job done. So the 18 that started, we have 4 that have DNF'd. As Big Bambino, Alupino. I don't know why I said that. Polhouse and Ishtar, which is unfortunate. Jonas down in last, 14th, 35 seconds behind Danger, but apparently he's running no setup today somehow. Or for some reason, should I say. Jonas setting the fastest lap though, with a 1:30.1. I don't know if Harm has made a bit of a mistake, or if Trucker has, just pulled something out of the bag. Let's see how it goes. He's not close enough to get the job done by the first corner. So Trucker keeping it for another lap. I thought Trucker had lost it then. Still keeping third. Joe crawling all over him. Literally not letting him leave his sights. We have a danger out and a safety car. You are kidding me. Wow. All that work that the top two have done. In fact, where are they? 4 laps. Who is either one of these two going to bite and go onto the softs? I mean, technically, they're far enough ahead to make it in and out. Are they going to? Yes. No, they are not. Okay. So they are going to do the... it's only 2 laps, so yeah. That's why I'm surprised the safety car came out, because of how far ahead they were. Or far away from that accident. Because, I mean, at this rate, I mean, if anyone pits, they're going to end up behind. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And by the time they catch up, it's the end of the race. Because Jonas is in last, and he is 42.5 seconds, 42, behind this lot. I mean, they're coming under the bridge and he's just going over it. So yeah. Could this be the first race that I've experienced within ALR behind the safety car? God, I hope not. Safety car in this lap. So we are going to get 2 laps with hard fought racing, just out and out, all guns blazing, pure hard racing. I am so looking forward to this. Did Trucker get that wrong? I think Trucker may have got that restart initially wrong. We got a problem in turn 1. That's Larry off in the first corner. So this is not played fair for the likes of Bubba or Boba. Obviously with his 3-second penalty, he is not going to pull 3 seconds out between now and the end of the race. Chiquito getting the overtake done on King David there through the hairpin. That was a nice little move there. However, this is what we want to see. And keep an eye on the timings as well, so don't worry. Definitely a braking difference into the hairpin there between Trucker and... We have a yellow flag, apparently. No idea why. So we are on to the 27th and final lap, where Champ has just overtaken Boba Fett into the first couple of corners. He's now up into his 8th. That's not bad going from Champ there. Good driving, mate. I'm so sorry, guys. So this is all out racing until the end now, and Arm is going to be throwing everything here, bar the kitchen sink. In fact, and probably including the kitchen sink at Trucker. Trucker having so much more ERS. Probably going to use it on the way down here, out of this corner. There we go. As he comes out, throws it on, so does Harm. But obviously Trucker having so much more of it is going to be able to turn it off into the corner, back on towards the hairpin. Give him a little bit of a boost. Round the final corner, Trucker comes. Welcome to Tier 1 Trucker. Congratulations on your first victory here, mate. Harm taking second, Stell taking third, Joe taking fourth, BR fifth, Kazua sixth, Chiquita seventh, Champ eighth, David ninth, Bubba 10th, Wilt 11th, Solera in 12th, and then a little further behind, about 5 laps unfortunately, my friend, is Jonas coming home in 13th, with our 5 DNFers, Benja, Ichita, Polhouse, Alu Palu, and Big Bambino. So, congratulations, Trucker. Well done, my friend. I did predict that you would do well tonight, and you did not disappoint me, my friend. Congratulations. Congratulations to the other two as well. I mean, Harm threw literally everything at him and could not get anywhere. Starting 12th, finishing first. Definitely driver of the day was warranted there. Harm in second, Stell in third, Joe in fourth, BR in fifth, Kazura in sixth, Chiquito in seventh, Champ in eighth. Unlucky man. Probably should have been higher if it wasn't for the fact that the game decided to, mess you up. King David in ninth, welcome from tier 5. Boba Fett, welcome from tier 4. That's rounding up the top 10. So yes, well done guys, congratulations, great racing, especially by you front three. That was amazing to see. But yeah, congratulations guys. It's been absolutely epic watching you on my first stream back. Thank you for the entertainment. It's been amazing. And I do not want to miss any more of this season because I have a funny feeling it's going to be a really, really good one. So, again, great racing guys. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining us. And join us on Sunday. There will be tier 2 and tier 4 races. I'll be in tier 4. And then Tuesday with Pyro commentating on the sprint race on Tuesday. And then I'll be back next Thursday for tier 1 racing at Singapore. So thank you very much guys. Have a lovely evening. And until then, bye bye.